We went to a temple yesterday, some of us who live close by, yesterday, day before. So day before, and it just came to me to share like that, we've spoken about how the sanctum sanctorum is right in the center, and we noticed this yesterday also, the other day also, that usually they place God over there, and that place, like according to the mind, should be the best lit, the most decorated, all of that. But in the traditional temples, at least, it is a very dark place. It's a very dark, empty, just God is there. And because it is, I feel that it's a outer representation of how it is when we go within. For a lot of time, it can seem like it's just dark. So it also came to say here that what if the lights were to suddenly be switched off? So if the lights are suddenly switched off, then what happens is for a few minutes or for a long time it may seem like you're not seeing anything. You see? But if we stay there, then you start to notice, you start to see. It is the same way with the heart temple. When we turn within and it seems dark, it seems like I don't find anything there, especially when we are talking about the unperceivable light, because many times you may have the byproducts in terms of perceivable prasad. You see? So this is the temple where the prasad will be given to you. You see, many times without even the darshan, true darshan, just in your faith that God is there. So we may have perceivable experiences, but to come to the unperceivable insight of the holy presence of God, the holy light of God within, you see, we have to be patient and allow our eyes to settle into that. We can't force it. You see, we can't say, no, I need to see right now, so I need to see in the dark immediately. There's no process by which we can force that to happen. But we have to be strong in our faith. And when it seems like the doors are closed, like you put it, that it seems like God's doors are closed, actually He's right there. But His revelation, His darshan, or her darshan will come when she knows that the time is right. So, but the more faithful we can be in this way to keep ourselves inward facing, in spite of what we may be finding or not, the better it will be. So we must be patient and courageous in that time to just allow that to happen. Because if we don't, then that's a very dangerous place. It's a very dangerous place because we are very vulnerable to mind's, mind's tricks. Yeah? The mind will make us believe that I'm seeing this, I'm seeing that, because it knows that you're open to, what is it called? Open to suggestion. So it will suggest that this is something, but must never be in any sort of rush. But because also we are in a modern world where we're so used to this instant gratification. So we just feel that, okay, now I want God, so we should just act and follow. But don't replace this for any mental association, for any imagination. Unperceivable light, unperceivable recognition, shapeless, sizeless, which is known only intuitively, just like that I am aware is only known intuitively. The rest you just take as byproducts and don't stress on it too much or dwell on it too much. So that patience is very, very important. Because it's not about achievement or, it's not that, it's inkele ho gaya, inkele nahi hua hai, and all that stuff is all nonsensical when it comes to this. You see, because it's all by God's grace. So you could have had this inside, doesn't mean anything. You could have not had this inside, doesn't mean anything, because nothing happened by your doing. The best we can say that one who was patient enough to have the faith to stay. But whether he's revealed himself in this way or not is completely up to him. So, if that is the life of a spiritual seeker, that outwardly all this stuff can keep happening, but you stay connected in your heart in that way.
Although,
Yeah.
because sometimes
When you are in longing, then you have no option. You see? Patience, faith, courage is needed when it seems like even longing is not there. You just want to run.
Okay.
Because when longing is there, then you, like you're remembering your beloved, then there's no option. You're just missing them. So you have to miss them. The more you try to avoid it, the more deeper you fall in that missing. So when that, but what to do when Maya is just grabbing us saying, "Chhod do." Either तुमसे ना हो पाएगा, that's the favorite thing, and or the thing that oh, it's an impossible thing, it's all made up, there's no such thing as God, and sort of becoming anti the whole spiritual endeavor. Both are the mind uses both.
Or that you got it also.
Then that thing is also there. That what are you struggling on this? You saw, no? 25 years back when you were sitting there on the banks of the Yamuna, then you saw something. So either way the mind wants to take us back into its fold. Everything that we feel like is unfinished. If you feel like you want God, but it's unfinished, then the mind latches onto that and creates this sort of tensile energies, this tense force. You see? Then you're more open to suggestion because you don't like to live in that unfinished business. You just feel like, what? You know it, no? Okay, yeah, it's true. So that momentarily sense of just letting go of that tension can feel like a relief. You see? But really the game is to transcend all this play of the mind, the tension, the idea of unfinished, all of that, and just be for God, like just make your life for God. Then all this outer drama can still happen, but you are not shaken up.
You're talking now about the light which we perceive in our heart.
Unperceivable, felt intuitively, yes.
Often enough, I perceive it in someone else, but I don't anymore perceive it in myself. So rarely I see it.
These are all nice, but byproducts.
So this one which you're talking about, which is in our heart, is not that one?
This one can have that as a byproduct.
So this one can have?
Like love is a byproduct, joy. You come into the room with such a one and you feel elevated.
Yeah.
So a lot of energetic thing. But that is the byproduct. Like the most subtle byproduct of it is the most primordial vibration. Like the sense that's why I said there's neither phenomenal nor non-phenomenal. But in that sometimes we give ourselves the luxury of making it phenomenal. So I've reduced saying that. So look at the most primal byproduct of it as the pulsation, very, very primordial vibration.
So even in Satsang when we perceive that effulgence, perceive it many times. So that's not a physical thing, that's just like a subtle...
all the gifts, all the prasad, all the byproducts. But the trouble with prasad is that many go to Gurdwara just for Kana prasad.
This is in our heart, no? This is literally in our heart. It's not got anything to do with outside, no?
Nothing.
So supposing, Father, even I saw so much light, I still see sometimes with you, and so what, is it possible to see those things and yet not have it is, I know from experience.
We can have many spiritual experiences without.
Yeah, without meeting this, like you did. You said without meeting the light in our heart.
Without meeting God's presence as the unperceivable Atma within. You can have
You're
many
saying that
spiritual,
when we
like
don't,
we do a lot of pranayama, yoga, practices, chanting, all of that. So many experiences can come.
They have nothing to do with God's presence. Or like
Nothing means you
very
byproducts,
little.
like prasad.
I mean, nothing to do with what we're here for.
So, what did the curd rice or whatever the prasad was have to do with Hanumanji?
It's a blessing. Like
Yeah.
a blessing from
Like a blessing, a prasad, a token of love, an offering. But if you say next time कि मैं तो चावल को pray करूँगा, it is strange.
we start doing that.
Yeah, but yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
we
saying.
start
But it
doing
sounds strange if I put it like that.
yeah.
But many times that's what we do.
Yes.
We take the byproducts of the experiences and then we start bowing down to that, wanting only that. You see? Suppose you really love that rice. Huh? So next time you're just going for that. But that's what we do in our spiritual practices. Then we forget about God and we say, where's the sweetness, where's the joy, where's the love, where's the peace. We forget. So,
See, what you told last day so touching is now that even if you don't see it, just with that faith, just
Yeah,
keep staying turned
exactly.
around. Just go
and for
on,
me,
like,
that is
not giving
a
up
much
on
higher
that,
sadhana
not giving up.
than the sadhana that we do once it is palpable. So I appreciate the historical boy that was here, that was doing his sadhana or whatever silliness he was doing, but at least he was doing it empty of even being able to conclude the presence of being. After is easier. I mean, it's not easy because Maya will always pull us back in. But after is easier. And the instruction is very confusing because literally you will find it in your physical heart as an unperceivable light. तो उसका क्या करेगा कोई? I can completely understand.
And
the mind will try to supply it. So you have to be careful of that. Because when it frustrates in the mind,
कुछ तो हो रहा है. Exactly.
वही.
It's telling
so then,
you.
No, that's your physical heartbeat. The eyes will settle. You just have to stay. Every time you make it about what do I do, what's happening, all of that, then you're changing the room. Because that room is frustrating, no? If you're sitting in the dark room and somebody has told you everything will become visible one day. These are very frustrating instructions, I can understand that. But it's just like, okay, I'm waiting. And the mind says, but ये तो हुआ था ना? So it pulls you out of that room, from the Garbhagriha, from the sanctum sanctorum, into an outer sort of satisfaction. And for a while that seemed like big relief. Like most people who leave spirituality, their first report is, I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. There's nothing to pray, nothing to inquire, nothing. I'm enjoying my life. I watch TV. I go for dinners with my family. I talk. I'm so happy. But you see the deterioration after weeks. Because it doesn't come instantly. Then you start to see. And after a while, the same anxiety, worry about the future, money, this, that. And so we are in a hellish condition. I don't believe in God. I don't buy this. I don't know whether I can believe you also. All this thing. And I was just like, option 2 batao. Yesterday I was asking, what is your alternative option?
So glad
To gather, pleasure, and then die. So the mind doesn't actually have an alternative. And you just look at that, even that objectively. You cannot fall for its tricks.
Can it be avoiding something? I mean, that's what I want to check.
Is there distance without label?
What?
We say that time and space are notional.
Yeah.
How are they notional? That means space is notional means there's actually no distance.
Correct. No, what I wanted to check was that am I
So
being...
is there, suppose you're in your house, I'll say the whole thing.
Yeah.
You come out of your door, you see a mountain like far, far away.
Yeah.
At least 20-30 kilometers away. You see. Now I tell you that all this is happening in your dream.
Correct.
So what is the distance between you and the mountain?
Nothing, it's a dream. There isn't anything called
Because
distance.
you are not in that location and the mountain is not in that location. Everything is in your consciousness.
Correct.
So there is no distance.
So if
My usual role is just to encourage. So, but only God can really say what is happening with whom. And I can only say what my heart is getting me to say. So you must always rely on your own inside.
So
Always rely on your own inside truthfully. And because only God can really show you that place within yourself and confirm that.
No.
Right now, I'm a good option. I'm the best you got. So I just have to follow what the stupid man is saying.
So this, you're saying this sense of being alive, whatever I am is, how do I go to the heart with this?
Where is it coming from?
How will I find that?
Ask. Like how you ask, who am I? How do you ask? Something is there within you, no, that is designed to fulfill our questions, our like.
So,
what is the size of Nicaragua? Huh? Yeah, I don't know, but something is there which will be. There's that. So and it works at many different levels. So you say, okay, banana comes, image comes like that. So something is designed to produce.
yeah.
So if you say, who am I? You have no way to do it. But something is working somewhere to deepen yourself. You see? So when you ask, what is the source of this being? Where am I coming from? Where is this coming from? Something is at work, just like banana. You just have to be patient with that.
So I ask Father.
So it's a banana. Huh? Does it come instantly? It can seem like an instant, but you notice that even that is time.
Yeah.
It takes time even to produce that image. You see, it seems like an instant to us. Banana, but it's not like that. Banana, mango. Takes like that. So how long should it take for God?
As long as He wants.
Can calling God ever be insufficient for anything? So you're saying God, but also He needs some help. So what can I do? It's a huge test of faith actually. It's not easy. The instructions are not easy to follow.
Yeah.
In the sense that, what am I saying? If you put it in a worldly context, wait in the dark, empty heart area. One day God will reveal Himself.
It's very hard.
How long will it take?
It's
I don't know. पूरी लाइफ चली जाएगी, हो सकता है.
ऐसा हो सकता है we call it the whole life and He not come.
Everything can happen. She waited, she missed all the chances. Then she came as Mami Rabha. And the whole life she said, ले लो मुझे ले जाओ ले जाओ ले जाओ.
She saw Krishna so many times as Madhavi
That's
also.
all is not it.
So is not it at all.
It's a nice blessing. It's a bad thing.
But doesn't it
So
make it
Krishna
easier?
comes in bhajan, Krishna comes. And it's very beautiful. But what does that mean?
I don't know anything.
Unperceivable light of God.
Other when we say Aparuksha Anubhuti, so I just want to say that when we and when doing the ADS, and so there comes a moment when every thought is just seen completely. I mean, you don't have to question I'm witnessing. It just becomes apparent to you that you're not that, and it's just being witnessed, and it probably doesn't even have any reality. I mean, you just see it as like some cloud. I mean, I'm just making it over clouds or whatever, but you just, where you notice that is not, that's not anything real, not even the sensation, not even the thought, not even any form which you're seeing is truly what it seems it is. And that also,
It's okay.
in that space, and where you see that you see, I mean, where you become aware that you're the one, you're aware of that. Is that what you would call like a recognition or a paruksha? Because it's wordless. I mean, there's no inference there. There's no. It's not always like that. It's only after like playing kind of. What would you say with that?
No, it's
Huh? Just stay
Of course,
with
I have
it.
been pushing everyone for that.
To just
So that
stay
you
with
get
it.
used to living there where you find yourself as that. So,
It's very-
does that moment of recognition mean anything? Not really. Yeah, in the sense that, yeah, I am aware. I mean, every child can also answer that. So, but the point is that when to find that, or where can you stay to live there? That is the point.
Where did I? That was only through prayer. I didn't have to
Through what? In what mode did I find that I am that nirguna awareness?
Yeah.
Intuitive. So stay with that. Because that is the Atma which is guiding me.
But that came so clearly, because otherwise it used to be, there used to be.
That means the Atma.
Yeah, I mean that recognition. I don't know what to call it.
But that's
After
always clear.
praying, Father, I mean just doing AD.
That's always clear. Are you aware now?
Yeah.
It's always clear.
It's always clear, but it's not. But it's not that you always behave as if you're aware. You behave
To
as
stay
something
there
else.
is,
Huh?
to stay there, then either we use that as an inquiry and say, am I aware?
Yeah.
That's
But
only
we stay like
possible
that.
by grace. No? We can't
It's
do.
possible by grace, but we have to try our best.
Yeah, we put our best and we can't do it, but right?
गाड़ी को पूरा धक्का हमें मारना है. Whether it starts or not is grace.
So what did you say to me just now, Father?
और धक्का ही नहीं मारेंगे और बोलेंगे grace है चलेगी तो चलेगी.
नहीं,
That's a good metaphor.
No. So, see, again, even I need instruction. I get all lost in that one.
So
That too.
grace versus effort, that whole conundrum.
No, not I know grace.
So now when I'm saying, am I aware now?
Yeah.
Are you aware now? Yeah, you
Yeah.
know it.
I don't know how to see.
It's very clear. It's always very clear. There's no lack of clarity or greater clarity in that seeing of yourself as awareness. The point is to stay where you know that is true.
But stay, the grace will do na. So
Stay,
why don't
but
you
with your full effort towards that. Full effort means to let go of the false is your effort.
And then we can't stay, no, even then.
Let go of the
Then-
false.
Huh?
Let go of everything false.
Then
Then you'll stay by His grace.
I see what words I saw.
But the dhakka marna is to let go.
Yeah, that
The Kali starting
dhaka
is
was
to
the
stay.
recognition of this not being true. I mean, that these were just thoughts. That was the
Exactly.
recognition that these are
So what I was
just
saying
thoughts.
is that we use this am I aware now as your inquiry. So how would you do it? I'm aware. It's clear. I am nirguna. It's clear. So, well, hopefully. So
I know you're saying it takes a while with me, no?
not really. It's more.
Yeah. Okay.
If it's taking a while, we've gone in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Who's witnessing this right now?
Me.
Just instantly, without
Yeah.
having to think.
Yeah.
The nirguna reality is apparent.
Yeah.
But then what happens? There's no Maya has given up
No.
something. It'll say, oh, I got it. Now I just have to be like this or be like that, or I should share this, or whatever nonsense can come. So it hasn't lost its power to pull you back. So to remain open and empty like that, you need a tool, you need some help, you need some divine guidance, which is in the form of satsang, in the form of prayer, inquiry. You just have to keep going.
Father is
Then remembering You see, so to bring it back to be present to presence is a lifetime of work.
Father, once I said
To put simply, you cannot see anything in the temple. That is the complaint. But nothing stops you from standing and waiting. That's all this discussion is. What stops you from standing and waiting is just the lack of faith. Doubt means lack of faith. What is the meaning of doubt?
Get them cleared.
That's why we have this conversation. But ultimately, we have to reconcile to this fact that I can't know, and I just have to wait. The root of the question is a doubt, and doubt equals to lack of faith.
So that's what I'm now. I can't have any question if I'm waiting.
No, you have to just admit that I doubt.
In those moments.
Exactly.
And get come back.
So Father, supposing I'm
All of us
waiting.
doubt. But doubt can really fling us far from the temple.
Then
कि
again.
मेरे को तो करना ही नहीं है, मैं तो जा रहा हूँ, मैं तो. Just bring us so far. Then sometimes we feel like we have to start from scratch. And sometimes it's just like, I turned the other way, like a friend called me and I went out for a moment. Then I came back in. So it depends on the what you are buying into. Like some people get so frustrated they get into this sort of droha against God, against Guru. Like I hate, like he was saying, some boy was saying, I hate Krishna, I hate you, I swear I hate you. No, he said like that. So that kind of thing can really give an outer momentum.
And that will send you so far back, no?
Yes,
Again.
then you have to, by His grace,
Come back.
hopefully come back. But many times you can be gone for this lifetime. So I don't want to blanket say no, yes, it can be. It depends on what.
Many
kids have left and gone for years, no? Thankfully they've come back. But many have gone and gone. And if they had gone into a better teacher, at least I would say good. But if they just gone and gone from God, then that's not good. Apart from somebody. I said, how often should I inquire? So you have to be observant to yourself. So if you just ask, who am I? And it keeps you empty for a minute, then inquire every 1 minute. If it keeps you empty for 5 minutes, then inquire every 5 minutes. If it keeps you empty only for 10 seconds, then inquire every 10 seconds. The idea is to not get caught up in Maya.